Hi, my name is Luke. I'm sitting here with Josh. How you doing, Josh?
Good, and you?
Not too bad. Today I'm just going to talk to you about why you ultimately decided to choose this school.
Yeah.
What led you up to it? What decisions prompted you from high school?
Yeah.
Ultimately led you here. So
Of course.
let's just get right into it.
Sounds
Why
good.
did you choose your
Well, I'm the first one in my family to attend college immediately after high school. My dad went to carpenter school right after he was done with high school. And my mom went into the military when she was done with high school. She now has her bachelor's and master's, as she did her degree while she was in the military. That's first off, that was a big step for our family, was going up to college right after high school. But why I chose UW, I don't know. I didn't actually go here right away after high school. I actually went to St. Cloud State. And I didn't even apply to UW coming out of high school. I just applied to St. Cloud because I did a tour there. I loved it, and it was I think it was one of the things where it wasn't too much tuition wise. I looked at like Gustavus and all that kind of stuff, and that was pretty spendy. And I just kind of knew that I was going to get a lot of financial aid. Mm-hmm. So I chose St. Cloud and thought I would like it up there a lot. It was only an hour and a half away from where I live, which is in Hastings. Ended up not liking it there a lot. There were some other things that went on that made me come here as well. But I transferred after my first year, after I completed my first year at St. Cloud, and I kind of fell in love with the campus here. Lived in Johnson Hall, my first year, third floor. And the rest is history, as they say.
Mm-hmm. So was there any kind of hesitation being the first person in your family to go to college? Was
well,
there any kind of hesitation toward that? Like, you didn't know what you wanted to do?
I knew I knew I wanted to go to college right out of high school. Mm-hmm. I knew that. So there was no hesitation to apply. There was, I guess, a hesitation to of where to go. That was the biggest hesitation. Like I said, I knew I wasn't going to get financial aid wherever I went. So I had to pick a somewhat reasonable school to go to, money-wise. And St. Cloud kind of fit both that and the likeness of. I liked the school a lot when I first toured there. So no hesitation really to go to school right after high school. It was just making that step. Mm-hmm.
Did anything like distance to home? Did that have anything to do with the kind of school you chose?
Yeah, towards when I first got there, I'm a homebody, so I really did get homesick for the first few weeks. There's just something about I'm an emotional guy, but I mean, not too bad. But I mean, seeing your parents leave and you're on your own it's kind of tough. And knowing that they're not just for right now, I'm 25 minutes away. I commute, and when I did live on campus, it was just, hey, I'm gonna come home really quick, or can you just come run this down? And no, I had to make a whole weekend out of it. So it was tough the distance. That is one of the reasons I came back home, was the distance. And excuse me, when I went to school my first year at St. Cloud, my mom actually was deployed in Iraq, so that was even harder. I had my dad. My dad did a great job with my brother and I, and I think it made it a little easier on me to be away, to not kind of get so engulfed in that. I think if I was at home like those two, it'd been a lot harder. Just because you're there every day, you see pictures of your mom, and I mean, I talked to my mom probably once a week on Skype at that point. But I had school and I had college to worry about, and not so much being at home and just kind of being in Hastings and seeing memories everywhere. So it did play a role, I guess, in the long run.
Mm-hmm. So going back a little bit, why St. Cloud at first? Was there any reason? I know you said you didn't even look at River Falls, but did it fit your major very well, or was it money?
Well, right away, I didn't know what I wanted to do right away. I knew I wanted to do something with communications. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It was just kind of one of those things where you tour a school and you kind of why would I tour anything else? I like this a lot. I knew I had some friends going there that I talked to in high school, so it was kind of safe in that aspect. But I don't know. I think I was just ready to try something different and eager for the experience, and for what it had in store for me. So there was really no reason. Major-wise, and it was like I said, it was safe money-wise as well.
Mm-hmm. So for UWRF, with your major and what you have right now, do you find it an enjoyable part? In the communications major, do you feel like that's a good fit for UWRF?
Yeah, I definitely feel comfortable here at UW River Falls. It was kind of a big decision, not a big decision, but a lot of factors played into coming here, and I knew I wanted to keep the communications major. So that was one of the biggest things why I came here, and I knew that they had a good, strong program here. And yeah, I would recommend this program at the school to anybody. It's such a great program to be in, and I mean it's just a fun place to be at.
What's the best part about UWRF? Do you think? Like, is it the environment or is it the staff? What do you think is most enjoyable?
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where everybody has their strong suits, and I like my professors a lot. I think they're some of the best professors that we have on campus, and it's just one of those things where you can be yourself in the major. I mean, you get in those general classes, and it's awkward. No one wants to talk. When communications, and with most majors, when you're with these people for 4 years, you just get really comfortable with everybody, and that's one of the best things about communications. I think is that it is like a little tight-knit group, and I mean you could get to graduate with your friends, which is the dream.
So now, what grade are you in?
I will be a senior next year, so I'll graduate next May. Yep.
So have you looked toward potential jobs or anything in your major?
Yeah.
Or anything what you're going to do in the future?
I'm looking at getting an internship with the Minnesota Wild.
Wow.
And during the off season, and then hopefully the next semester, and kind of as a class, and then hopefully doing something with the Wild would be the most ideal. Doing like front office stuff, doing stuff with like season ticket holders. So I could. My family's a season ticket holder right now, so it'd be kind of cool to kind of flip the roles and see what the other part is like. It'd be a lot of fun. Or if that doesn't work, my neighbor is a pharmaceutical rep for a company. And I've had a background in medicine, and it'd be kind of cool to give my experience and, hey, I've actually taken these kind of medical drugs. I know what the side effects are like. You can kind of get first-hand experience on that. So it'd be kind of cool to do that. And with him being there, I have kind of a little niche in the system there. So one of the two.
So if you do get with the Minnesota Wild, what would be like the dream aspect of that? Like, how do you think?
The Exology Center is one of the coolest places to watch a sporting event at. There's something about it. I mean, a regular season game is fun as it is. There's always 18,000 plus people there, and I think one of the best things is when you're there, you just get taken over. You just get to be a fan. I mean, kind of all your things just go away, and I mean, kind of as cheesy as that sounds, you get to be one of the people that just gets to watch the game. So I just think that's a cool part of it, and the atmosphere is intense. And then when you go to a playoff game, it's just intensified by 100. I mean, it's so crazy. You get a lot more rowdy fans in the playoffs. A lot more incidences, I would say. I've just seen in the last few days. But yeah, it's a good place, and I think working there. I mean, you work there at nighttime, but then during the day you're on the building connected to that. And I actually interviewed a gentleman this summer for this class about his job, and what he does is he just kind of gets groups of 8 or more to get season tickets, and I think they'd be a lot of fun working with people. They get 2 hours of ice time each day to skate whenever they want, so that'd be kind of cool. And it'd be a lot of fun to just kind of put the skates back on. I haven't done that in a while, so he actually told me that, and I was just like really shocked, and like. So they get to go on the ice, and they get to interact with the players sometimes, so it'd be a lot of fun.
So if the potential job with the pharmaceutical place works out, what do you think would be the best aspect to come out of that? Like,
well, obviously with that one, longevity-wise, money is a big thing with that one. I mean, there's so much in pharmaceuticals. I mean, as I kind of tell people, everybody is always going to need medical prescriptions and drugs. So there's always going to be a need for that, a drive for it. So and the money is that much better too. I mean, you can make a lot of good money with pharmaceutical sales, and I'm passionate about it. I mean, I would like to give back to what I've learned in my experience is taking some of those prescriptions to other people and kind of say, hey, this is what I got to deal with. This is what you can deal with. Here's some things that helped work for me. So I think it'd be a lot of fun to kind of give back to people.
So in closing, you said that you enjoyed your time at UWRF. You think it's a great school. How would you recommend it to somebody that's considering this school over potential other school?
I just think that, to me, it was just go with your gut. If when I chose St. Cloud, I went with my gut, and then when I came here, it was a totally different decision. But if I would have came here before, I think I know for a fact I wouldn't have gone anywhere else. It's a great. It's not too big of a campus. Everything's kind of right here, and it's not too far away from a lot of people. A lot of people commute. I think this campus is almost half commuters, because it's so close to everything. Like I said, I'm 25 minutes away, and then just off of that, you can get to Red Wing and Cannon Falls and Vermilion, and those are only 5 minutes. Yeah, exactly. The city's right there. Inver Grove, Cottage Grove, everything's kind of only 35 minutes away from this location. So it's just a great feel here. You'll get a lot for what you pay. I mean, with everything that's going on, everybody's taking a hit now, but I think we're going to come through it and show that UW is still one of the top schools in the country.
All right, Josh, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're good.
A little short. You went like 11 minutes.
Yeah.